more being said about concussions in national news, Adelphi is forced to take a look at its own behavior regarding the hot topic of concussions. Today, we will specifically take a look at the softball program and their experience with concussions. In the last 3 years, the softball team has had 3 members restricted from play due to concussions, with several girls on watch after hits to the head. While softball is not considered a contact sport, these issues still exist. And just like we have heard in sports like football or other contact sports, the risk for concussion is discouraging participation.
A lot of times it's not anything that has to do with softball necessarily. I've had collisions, someone got hit with the knob of the bat by accident, things outside of here, conditioning, things like that. It's usually never, sometimes they'll get hit with the ball to the face. That's usually, a typical one, but a lot of times it's been, doing other things rather than necessarily playing.
My first one, I got also playing softball, where I was having a catch with 2 other people, so I was on the side with 2 people, so I threw the ball back to the side with the one person, and she was supposed to throw it to the person next to me, so I turned and looked to say something to someone else, and instead of throwing it to the girl she was supposed to, she threw it back to me, so that hit me in the side of the head.
Instances like this one with sophomore Megan Lewis are an example of how you can get a concussion during a game. Here you see her fouling a ball into herself.
So when someone is showing signs of a concussion, we immediately pull them from practice, play, whatever it is that they're doing. We have a set of tests that we do that include cognitive tests, test their memory, things like that. And we also do balance testing. So once we've done that, like I said, they're pulled from activity from that day. And then after that, they have to schedule an appointment with our team physician. And she begins a return to play protocol with them. As soon as they are asymptomatic, that starts as their day 1, that's their rest day. And each day we progress them, so the next day would be biking, running, things like that, until they're fully back to their return to play.
I'm limited to the physical activity I can do. I can't run, but I'm allowed to go on the bike things. I can't do things that kind of not rattle the head, but have running, your head will be going up and down, so it's kind of in a way rattling it. I can't do things like that, but I can do things that are more stationary, so I'm using basically my lower half and not moving my upper body. Haven't been able to play because with the concussion, I have my reaction times off, and that's something you really need for softball, so that's very important. So it's unsafe for me to be out there if my reaction's off, and especially if balls coming at me, it would be very difficult. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play again because I've had a lot of issues with this last one, that there's way too many risks moving forward that it's not really safe.